I'd like to introduce Paul Sires. Paul works with Focus as their Learning and Development Coordinator. He has a background in wilderness adventure training, which if we had more time we'd like to hear about. Paul, marketing and disability. And in 2006 Paul worked with Dr Keith McBilly from RMIT on a research project that addressed issues of recruitment and retention within the disability accommodation. So Paul Sires.
I also listened to that Michael Smith, this young guy who got this award from his training, and how he got the award. He was saying in Sydney conference the other week, he was saying that he was sitting there having to explain why he thought he was eligible for this award, and he saw that these, in his words, these two ladies weren't showing too much favour in his direction. So he said to them, "Look, you may not remember me in 30 years, but when I'm wiping your bum in an aged care facility, I'll sure remember you." So they gave him the award. He did quite well. Look, I put this, I actually didn't realise I was presenting anything, so I dragged some stuff out that I did with Keith, Dr Keith McBilly from RMIT last year. So this was the title of the research project, looking at the idea behind the ideal direct support professional. So we'll jump slides. Current workforce crisis, I'm not going to go through all of these again. I would just like to add a couple of things that are being flagged by our staff. Is, as an NGO, the lack of parity between Department of Human Services, direct support professionals, and also what they're getting paid. Another issue which I think needs to be addressed, which I haven't put in here, is I think there needs to be a strategy in dealing with agencies. I heard one speaker a while ago say that the agencies which provide direct support care have taken the disability industry back 15-20 years in terms of committing to care, committing to what we're trying to do with our guys, and the lack of commitment to organisations. So I think there needs to be some sort of a strategy in terms of getting our guys to stay with us and competing with the agencies. The core thinking behind this research topic was, is there an ideal direct support professional? And what are the characteristics, attributes, skills and qualifications of such a person, if they exist? Is there an effective recruitment process and tricks to retention? What are the tricks to make these people stay with organisations? The methodology we used, I did literature review. And since 1900 there's been over 1,000 different research lit reviews on this current issue. So obviously we all know it's not something new, and in personnel industry alone there's over 1,500 different studies on this, so there's quite a lot. We presented a workshop at the ASID conference in 2006 in Canberra. We divided groups into six groups, and we asked them a series of questions. And then the questions, we gathered the information and presented it to some experts from the field, and we got them to give their opinion as well. This is one of the slides we presented to the group. Okay, the characteristics of the ideal direct support professional. Okay, these guys down here, we've inherited a few of them in our cottage model, the 21-hour model, which we still have, which I forgot to add at the beginning, is another issue in terms of retention. Okay, the difference in parity, and also with the Disability Act, there's a real conflict, I think, in terms of what we're trying to do, what we're being told to do with quality services, and the different models of funding. Also, Mr. Bean, we've got a few of those, and I met another one yesterday. He was actually studying Certificate 4 at a TAFE and came to ask me a couple of questions, and it was quite good. Okay, the other question was, how would you go about recruiting new staff? And part two of that was, how would you assess the suitability of applicants? Okay. And retaining the ideal staff. Does it come down to this sort of approach, tying them up? We had 41 participants, direct support professionals, line managers, no union representatives, service recipients, no family members, and 12 others. So it was quite a good turnout. Keith and I were worried that no one would turn out, but it was a hot topic then, and a lot of people interested. We didn't have any from WA, and as you know, they're facing a crisis with the mining boom over there. You know, somebody with a forklift licence can go up into the mines and earn close to $100,000 a year. So that's where I'm going next week to get my licence. Okay, we had a couple from New Zealand, Tasmania, Queensland. So it was a good representative cross section of the issues faced around Australia, which was good.